Okay, so we're going to talk about how to hold and play tambourine. And you have lots and lots and lots of different types of tambourines, and you can play them all a little bit differently. But what's perfect is here we have two basic ones. We have one with a head on it, and then we have one over here that doesn't have a head on it, and it's actually a different shape as well. Let's talk about this one first, because if you're doing concert percussion, this is the kind that you're usually going to run into and you're usually going to have to play. To hold the tambourine, some people think that because there's this hole here, you're supposed to stick your thumb in there. That's not the case. You could stick your thumb in there if you wanted to, but my thumb's too big to stick in there. I don't really think it aids you to put your thumb in there. But another reason why they have this hole here is so you can actually mount it to a stand. You can take like a simple stand and because of that opening, stick it in there, and now your tambourine is on a stand. You can play it with your hand or with a mallet or a stick or whatever it is you're doing. What I usually do is I'll take the back part of the tambourine and just grab it like that, and then I'll take my thumb and put my thumb on top of the head or on the side, depending what kind of sound I'm going for. If I'm just trying to get jingle sounds, I'll kind of turn my fingers into a ball of some sort. And everybody has different size fingers and hands, so just do whatever you need to do. But I'll usually use maybe the first 3 fingers of my thumb and rest my palm on the head and just do this. And if you tap in different spots, you'll get different sounds. But in general, if you're just doing a tambourine sound, muffling the head with your palm and playing with your fingertips like that. This is the way I do it. That doesn't mean mine's the best. It's just the way that works for me. If you want a very short sound, you want the tambourine flat. If you want it to have a little bit of an extra resonance to it, you can hold it vertically or at an angle or a slant. It's all according to the sound that you're trying to create. If you need an accent when you play, you can certainly do that by just hitting it harder. But if you want more of a pop sound, you can use your palm to hit the center of the head when you play these accents. And I'm making a fist actually there, but you could do it like this. And I'm using my palm or your fingertips. And again, I've said it many times, it's all about the kind of sound that you're going for. I'm using a technique here called heel toe that I get from Latin percussion like congas and bongos. You can use your palm to make a sound, and then your fingertips, which is the toe part, to make another sound. So if I need to play faster notes, instead of just doing this, I could do this if I want to. Now if you're doing a tambourine roll, there's a few ways to do it. One way to do it is to shake the tambourine with the hand that you're holding it with. And a tambourine roll would be the same as any other type of roll in the sense that you're trying to create just sort of a wall of sound that sustains for however long you need it to sustain for. So you need a full sound for that. So that's one way to do it. Another way to do it is to do something with your thumb, and they call it a thumb roll. I'm not particularly good at it, but I'll try to give it a shot here. What you want to do is get your thumb a little wet, either just you can lick it like I just did, or you can put some resin or something on the head or on your finger. And this head feels really just kind of slippery to me, so I may not be able to do it very well, but we'll give it a shot. And all I'm doing here is I'm lightly touching the tambourine so that my thumb kind of skips across the head. And it just went away. And you can do it with your fingers, I just can't, but I can do it with my thumb. And I'm not an expert at this, but there are people who can keep this going and do like a figure 8 and stuff, and so the roll sound just continues to happen. I can't do it, but that's the concept. So, and some people are definitely better than I am at connecting the roll to the accent at the end. Okay? So this is with a headed tambourine. And then there's lots of other techniques, but this is the main stuff that you might use in a concert band setting. Now, if you don't have that tambourine and you're stuck using one of these, you don't have the head, you're kind of just limited to this. It's made out of plastic instead of wood, actually has a handle. The sound is different. I suppose you could do a thumb roll on it, even though it doesn't have a head, you would just have to do it on the plastic edge. I'm not sure if I could do it. Yeah, it's possible, just not as easy, in my opinion. Now, I'm an ambidextrous person, so I've learned to do things one way or another. So even though I'm holding this with my left hand and hitting it with my right hand, that doesn't mean that you have to do it that way. Sometimes I actually will play tambourine with my left hand hitting the tambourine on my right hand, because I'm better at doing the roll with my right hand than I am with my left hand. But I can tap with either hand with just about the same skill level. So that's a little quick demonstration on some basic tambourine skills. If you need to play soft, just barely tap it. You can use one finger even. If you need to play loud, get more of your arm or your fist or more wrist action going on, whatever you need to do to create that sound. The other thing I would mention real briefly is when you do play the tambourine, you do want to get up as much as you can so the sound can travel over the orchestra or the band in front of you. When you have it down low and it's behind a bunch of people that are sitting down, the sound is going to be muffled by all the people's bodies sitting in front of you. So to get the sound to project, you want to lift it up higher if you can. You guys have any questions for me? Cool? All right, great.